This is a Ramana Maharshi clip, a talk by Ramana Maharshi with comments by Richard Clarke. This is a time to listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. I'm Richard Clarke. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is Talk 17, Part 2. Questioner. Is work an obstruction to self-realization? Maharshi, no. For a realized being, the self alone is the reality, and actions are only phenomenal, not affecting the self. Even when he acts, he has no sense of being an agent. His actions are only involuntary, and he remains a witness to them without any attachment. There is no aim for this action. Even one who is still practicing the path of wisdom, jnana, can practice while engaged in work. It may be difficult in the earlier stages for a beginner, but after some practice, it will soon found to be effective, and work will not be a hindrance to meditation. The questioner asks, what is the practice? Maharshi, constant search for I, the source of the ego. Find out, who am I? The pure I is the reality, the absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. When that is forgotten, all miseries crop up. When that is held fast, the miseries do not affect the person. In this dialogue, the question posed revolves around work and self-realization. Ramana Maharshi's response provides profound insights. Ramana begins by saying that work is not inherently an obstruction to self-realization. He explains that for someone who has realized their true self, actions and work are perceived as purely phenomena, devoid of any capacity to affect the self. The realized see themselves as a mere witness of actions, empty of ego attachment. In other words, they act with no sense of agency, fully aware that the true self remains untouched by anything from the world, including actions in the world. I was once told by the wife of my teacher that there is no difference between work and play. The activity is about the same. The only difference is how we think about the activity. Maharshi emphasizes that these actions are involuntary for the realized being, and they do not have any specific aims or desires, things to get as the result of their actions. Ramana often said, I have no sankalpas, meaning he has no personal intentions. This lack of attachment to the outcome of actions is a characteristic of the realized. Ramana extends his guidance to those who are on the path of wisdom, jnana. He acknowledges that for beginners, it might be challenging to balance work and meditation, but with practice, it becomes readily done. He says that work does not need to hinder meditation, and it can, in fact, support it. When the questioner asks about practice, Ramana gives a key teaching. Practice is the constant search for the I, the source of the ego. Where, in my awareness, does the sense of I come from? He advises you to dive into self-inquiry by asking, who am I? The pure I is the ultimate reality, the absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. It is what remains when everything else has been negated. When you forget your true self, suffering and misery come. However, by holding to the awareness of the true I, they lose their power to affect you, and freedom is the result. Ramana Maharshi in this dialogue emphasizes the importance of self-inquiry and the detachment from the egoic sense of agency in your actions. Work, when performed with this understanding, can become a tool for spiritual growth rather than an impediment. So inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now